Can you imagine living in a picturesque medieval village in Italy, sipping espresso on your own terrace, strolling through charming cobblestone streets, and savoring delicious Italian food, all while surrounded by rolling hills and vineyards? Now, what if you could buy a house there for just $1? This is the reality that has come true for hundreds of people thanks to Italy's $1 house initiative. But why would a country with such charm and history do that? Is there a catch, and are the houses really worth it? In this video, we're going to unravel the secrets behind Italy's $1 houses. Welcome to another project. So, why are there so many of these $1 homes scattered across Europe? The Italian government's $1 home program, known as Case a €1, was launched in 2010 in an effort to revitalize abandoned and decaying villages and towns in rural areas. The idea was to offer these abandoned homes for the symbolic price of just €1, approximately $1, in an effort to breathe new life into these communities. The European housing market saw a severe downturn due to the 2008 financial crisis. This led to a sharp decline in housing prices, leaving many homeowners unable to sell their properties for their market value. The overbuilding of housing in the lead-up to the crisis also contributed to the surplus of empty homes, a situation that persists to this day. Furthermore, some European regions are grappling with depopulation as young people flock to urban centers for work and education, leaving behind abandoned houses in rural areas. Buying a $1 home in Italy is not as simple as handing over a single dollar bill. The process involves several steps. First, you need to find a town or municipality that participates in the program. Not all of Italy's towns offer $1 homes, so you'll need to do some research. The step-by-step process of owning a $1 home involves applicants submitting their plans for renovation, committing to restoring the property, and paying a symbolic fee that exists because giving property for free is interestingly illegal. This process also ensures that the properties won't remain neglected. Sellers of $1 homes are typically motivated by a desire to get rid of a property quickly and easily. They understand that these properties require extensive repairs and that the cost of renovation may not be attractive to everyone. Yet, it wasn't just Italy experiencing the magic of the $1 homes. Throughout Europe, many small towns were grappling with depopulation, and some turned to the same strategy to revive their communities. Spain's inland villages, for instance, were hit hard by depopulation. In an attempt to rejuvenate these ghost towns, several Spanish municipalities also embraced the $1 home concept. The tiny village of Paterna del Madeira in the Albacete province offered a dozen houses for the symbolic sum. Investors and buyers from far and wide seized the opportunity, turning these once dilapidated houses into charming getaways. Another prime example of the investor's dream unfolding was in the picturesque town of Meixsell, nestled in the heart of Sicily. In 2019, Meixsell's mayor, Domenico De Gangi, decided to offer $1 homes in a bid to rejuvenate the town. His gamble paid off handsomely. Investors swooped in, snatching up the bargain houses, and one by one, transformed them into charming vacation rentals. Meixsell, which had been suffering from depopulation, soon found itself with a steady stream of tourists, creating a thriving rental market. So what are the buyers doing after buying these houses? Before we continue, if you're enjoying this video, consider leaving a like, share, and subscribing below. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. Let's continue. Investors, often with dreams of striking gold in the world of real estate, were among the first to seize the opportunity. But it wasn't just investors who were enchanted by this real estate fairy tale. The prospect of becoming an Italian homeowner for the price of a cup of coffee also drew in ordinary homebuyers. These were the kind of people who saw the chance to own a primary residence in Italy, albeit one that required some tender loving care. A different breed of buyers emerged, those who sought second homes or vacation getaways. These individuals had no intention of making Italy their primary residence, but rather saw the potential for a retreat and escape from the stresses of daily life. But what's the catch? Is it too good to be true? Before you jump headfirst into this seemingly incredible opportunity, you must be aware of the potential challenges and financial implications. Renovating an old house, especially in a foreign country, can be a daunting and costly endeavor. Renovation costs vary depending on the property's condition and the scope of work needed. Some houses may require minor repairs and cosmetic updates, while others might be in a state of near collapse, necessitating a complete rebuild. The cost of renovation can range from a few $1,000s to tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands for a large, historically significant property. In addition to the renovation costs, buyers need to consider the ongoing expenses associated with homeownership. Property taxes, utilities, and maintenance can add up, making it important to have a clear financial plan in place. Italy's charm is undeniable, but so are its legal and bureaucratic intricacies. The $1 house programs are subject to a variety of rules and regulations that can be challenging to navigate for non-residents. Some common hurdles include residency requirements, complex paperwork, and the need to comply with local building codes and historical preservation guidelines. To participate in these programs, buyers are often required to establish residency in the town or region where the property is located. This means that you need to live in your newly acquired $1 house, at least part-time, and may need to prove your commitment to the community. Paperwork can also be a significant hurdle. Non-Italian buyers may find themselves grappling with unfamiliar legal processes and documents. Hiring a local attorney or real estate agent with experience in these programs can be invaluable in helping you understand and navigate the bureaucracy. For example, in the town of Meixsell, located in Sicily, the Casa for €1 program requires buyers to commit to living in the house for 3 years. They must also pay a deposit of €5,000, which is returned once the renovation is completed. This commitment ensures that the houses are not merely acquired for investment purposes, but are genuinely meant to become homes for new residents. The long-term sustainability of $1 house programs in Europe hinges on several factors. One of the primary concerns is the potential influx of tourists and second home buyers, which could alter the character of these small towns and place added pressure on local resources and infrastructure. The picturesque beauty and cultural richness of these small European towns are some of their main selling points. However, an excessive influx of tourists and non-resident property owners can have both positive and negative effects. On the negative side, uncontrolled tourism can lead to overcrowding, environmental degradation, and the erosion of the town's unique identity. It's essential for these programs to strike a balance between attracting new residents and preserving the cultural heritage and natural surroundings that make these places special. To address these concerns, some towns have implemented strict rules and regulations to manage tourism and protect their cultural heritage. For example, Cinque Terre, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Italy, introduced a limited number of daily visitors to protect its fragile ecosystem and preserve its charm. If you're someone who is passionate about historic preservation, has a love for the culture and lifestyle of these small European towns, and is willing to invest time, money, and effort into the renovation process, then the dream of owning a $1 house in Italy may well be worth the pursuit. It's a unique opportunity to not only acquire a piece of history, but also to become part of a vibrant, tight-knit community that values its traditions and heritage. Are you ready to take the plunge? It might be your turn to own a piece of European history for just $1. So do your research, pack your bags, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be the next lucky homeowner. If you'd like to learn more about the epic fall of Japanese tech industry, click here, and you can click here to know more about China's EV graveyard. Until next time.